Okay, more relationship talk. Previously, we discussed that search most of us have to find our ideal partner. The friends of mine that you're about to see and hear from in the next few minutes have found that peace and happiness in their relationship.
I think if everybody could have what Lauren and I have, the world would be a pretty sweet place. We met at a concert, you were there.
I was there. Yes, it was the Goodwill in Winnipeg. What a tremendous venue.
She was a friend of a friend and we just started talking and just felt like there was something there. And then really early on in our dating life, I guess, it just became clear that we were super comfortable with each other and feels like we've been together for a really long time. And I think that's probably the most important thing in a relationship for me, is feeling that ability to be comfortable. And I think that's true of all relationships. I think your relationship and my relationship is similar in that sense. Just being able to be 100% who I want to be with her, having someone there to be supportive and accepting, and it's completely reciprocated, and it just feels really good to wake up every day and think, all right, this is me, this is what I'm gonna do. I think it's cool that someone's there to be there with me, I guess.
My friend Will recently proposed to his girlfriend Jen. He recreated their first date. That's very romantic, and the plan was to get down on one knee as soon as they got back to their apartment. The real funny thing in the story was the fact that Jen did not expect a thing, and just seconds before the proposal, she really had to pee.
So we go home and we're in the elevator, and me being the romantic that I am, I'm bursting for the bathroom. I'm trying to take my shoes off in the elevator so I can just run when I'm in. And I'm you open the door and I'm bouncing through the door trying to get my shoes off. And I saw you, there were candles everywhere and my favorite song was playing. And part of me was like, oh, he's really trying to make this a romantic date. And then I got my shoes off, and then I saw you walk to our cabinet, and I saw you pull out a tiny box, and that's when I knew. And then I started crying, and I don't really remember the rest. And I remember I had you repeat what you said before, because I don't remember any of it.
She told me, I blacked out.
I blacked
during the
out.
proposal.
Yeah.
And so it was hours later, she said, could you tell me what you said again?
Yeah, because I just totally missed out on it. I was just so excited, and I was crying, and then we had our moment, and then you said, you can go to the bathroom now. I was like, thanks. Yeah, and then by the time I got out of the bathroom, my friends were knocking on the door with champagne ready to celebrate with us.
So in your opinions, what makes a healthy relationship?
Will and I talk a lot about everything. There's not really any surprises, and we always keep each other up to date on everything in life, how we feel, our friendships, our family.
No topics off the table.
Yeah.
It was nice. And I think what kind of leads into that, to start off a relationship, is because in years past, I've made the same mistake that many people have made. We've all made, where you when you start seeing somebody and you're excited, you put on sort of a false pretense. You try to adapt to them and say, oh yeah, I like this stuff as well. And you're sort of thinking, when by the time I met Jenny, I just realized, no, this is me, this is who I am. And as cliched as it sounds, being yourself and not trying to, and even though I'm very excited to see her, start dating her, and hopefully it goes well because I really like her, I have to be myself, and that's who she likes initially, instead of putting up this, oh no, of course I like all the same things you like.
I don't
of
like
course,
sports
all this and
that
that.
much.
Yeah. And then it makes the communication harder down the line, because you have to, a year in, now those walls got to come down. Mm-hmm. And it's better to just start off right off the bat with be yourself, and then you actually will find somebody who not even necessarily has to like the things you like, but likes you for everything that you present right off the bat. So you never have that hard moment of, okay, now you got to readjust to who I am, who I actually am, a year into the relationship.
That's true.
We got off to a pretty good start.
Be upfront who you are, and then you grow together.
Yeah.
I do sports now.
Having an open mind about the other person is really important, because I think it's easy to sort of think you found someone that's really awesome, and then getting to know them and then thinking oh wait, how can I make this person seem like the ideal in my head, and just not worrying about that and just sort of seeing the person you're dating or in a relationship with for who they are, and just thinking wow, this is really great they're an awesome person. And then it builds on itself, because then when you're accepting, you start to really appreciate and love those little quirks or whatever. But I think that there are still certain things, and Lauren and I joke about, you know, there's a deal breaker out there. Fortunately, we haven't found anything in each other, but I think it is valuable to have certain things where it's like, this is something I will not stand for, or this is something that's absolutely important, but not getting lost in looking for that one particular thing, because you could probably find it in many different ways.
I feel cheesy when people say like, you love somebody more every day that you're with them, because we're kind of like that, but I just remember it being easy, like it's still easy. I don't know, it was just like when we first started dating, if I wanted to text him, I would text him. Like it wasn't like an overanalyzing thing. I was like, I like this guy and he likes me, and we know that, and that was awesome. And obviously I trust you and you're so kind, and yeah, you just, I don't know, when you like spending all your time with one person, like it's not a chore. Like I never felt like, oh, like I have to spend time with this person. I just wanted to spend time with you.
I'm really happy. I met a girl on the internet. We have the exact same birthday, identical, May 23rd, 1990, so that makes for a fun birthday. And it's a pretty healthy relationship. Just, I'm polyamorous, throwing that one out there. I think it's because I'm trendy.
Okay, now this is going to be a very interesting conversation. Let's explore this.
Oh yeah, we're polyamorous, which is means that we see other people whenever the mood strikes. Whenever someone enters our lives, we don't turn them away. And I've just never been the jealous type in my entire life, and this is something I've always wanted to do. And it's freeing. It's really, really lovely to go on a date or have my partner go on a date, and we afterwards can talk about, you know, how interesting was that person? How'd it go? How was your day? Oh, that's cool. And there's no animosity. It's really nice because in relationships I've found over the years that whenever you're with someone, they're an audience. Let's make it kind of like the performer and audience kind of thing, and you pander to your audience, no matter who you are. If you're with a girl that likes a specific interest of yours, you'll go deeper into that because it's something you share. Or she doesn't like certain jokes that you make, you don't make those with that person. So polyamory kind of gives me the option of discovering who I am with different people and not I'm not forcing myself down a corridor to be one specific kind of Todd. I can be an everyman Todd. You know, the general Todd.
You would agree that it takes a certain type of personality to be polyamorous?
Guaranteed. A lot of people tell me that they don't think they could ever do something like this, and yeah, no, I know, this is weird.
Well, it's different, for sure, but it's really interesting, because it seems very advanced in a way. There's an enormous amount of respect and trust, it seems. There would have to be. The not experiencing jealousy is what I find so fascinating. So if a person you're seeing is spending the night with someone else, and you know that they're going to be romantically involved, that doesn't bother you?
If there's a night where you're emotionally vulnerable and you would like the comfort of your partner, I mean, that can get kind of like but it still feels the same as if they were busy and not on a date. It's the same level of, I just wish you were here. I honestly can't say that I get jealous when she's with someone else. I'm happy that she's being fulfilled with someone else and having a good time.
Well, from amazing to amazing. My friend Joe and his wife just gave birth to their first child. It's my first childhood friend couple to have a kid.
The birth of my son. Well, I didn't really know what was gonna happen. I mean, obviously I knew what was gonna happen, but I didn't really know how it was gonna unfold. Once you're in there, you're like, whoa, this is happening. And when that kid came out, it was like, first of all, it was the coolest thing I've ever seen. He was this giant of a child. As a matter of fact, I was so confused when I first saw him that I was like, did you swap this out for a toddler? I don't really understand. But you know, the first time I held him into my arms, I was like, wow, you know. there wasn't words. I cried. Like, I had nothing I could say. You know, people are like, how's it going? And, you know, I'm calling my family and it's like, how's everybody? Everybody's great. You know, how are you? You know, what do you think? I'm like, I don't know. It's surreal, but now it's real and it's great. You know, I wouldn't have done anything differently. I wouldn't give them back. You know.
Well, that's good news. Yeah, hang on to that baby, okay, Joe? Thanks for watching, everybody. This is Our Life.